So welcome to Renz Garcel channel po, KAPANALIG TV. So for today po, meron po tayong magandang topic na i-discuss para magkaroon po tayo ng kaunting kalinawan at kaliwanagan tungkol sa konsepto ng tinatawag po natin na diskriminasyon. Ito po ay masyadong kontrobersyal na konsepto kung saan lahat sa atin ay minsan kinamumuhian pag marinig ang salitang diskriminasyon. Ang diskriminasyon po, ang konsepto nito ay napakalawak. Pero kung titingnan po natin, ang ibig sabihin lang naman po ng diskriminasyon ay isang negatibong pananaw na hindi makatarungan sa pagtrato natin sa ibang tao dahil sa kanilang pagkakaiba, lalo na ng kanilang mga katangian. So sa araw po na ito ay bigyan linaw po tayo ano ang kahalagahan, bakit hindi natin gawin ang bagay po na ito. Dahil ngayon sa ating komunidad, ang diskriminasyon ay laganap. Kaya ginawa kong vlog po na ito para ibahagi sa inyo ang isang pananaw ng isang kapanalig po natin kung ano sa tingin niya ang epekto at ano yung kadahilanan bakit nakaranas ang isang tao ng diskriminasyon. Pakinggan po natin ang kapanalig natin na si Mr. Clark Vinamira.
So, magandang umaga, hapon, tanghali, kung anong oras man sa inyo. Ako my name is Clark. Para sa mga hindi nakakaalam, lagay ko lang dito sa taas para alam yung spelling. So, ayun nga. Pag-uusapan natin yung discrimination. Maraming klaseng discrimination, pero focus muna tayo sa racial discrimination. Ayan, nagpaganon-ganon pa eh. So what is racial discrimination? Racial discrimination is any discrimination against any individual on the basis of their skin color or racial or ethnic origin. So bakit ito yung pag-uusapan natin? Bakit nga ba? Sa panahon natin ngayon, maraming nadi-discriminate dahil lang sa race nila. Lalo na dahil sa kulay ng balat. Isa kasi itong malaking problema dito sa US, yung pagdi-discriminate ng mga tao dahil sa mga kulay lang. So meron bang law against racial discrimination? Meron yan. So ayan nga. Nakita natin nandyan, no? Civil Rights Act of 1964. Ito isang example ng racial discrimination. Panoorin nyo na lang.
Asian Americans are facing discrimination not felt since the Japanese-American internment camps during World War II. High unemployment and boycotts of businesses have ravaged their communities. As Wei Zhejiang reports, there is also a disturbing trend of racist attacks.
Oh my God.
These are the kinds of attacks Asian Americans have faced this year.
Every disease has ever came from China, homie. Everything comes from China. It's disgusting.
I don't think that there had ever been a time where I was scared or fearful of my life because of my race.
26-year-old Victor Yang says he will never forget that day in March when a bike ride with his girlfriend on these familiar Maryland trails ended with a frantic call for help.
DC 911.
Hi, right now I'm on the bike trail. I've had these kids chasing us, throwing rocks. Stop it! Fuck you! You're
What was shocking was these individuals kept on following us, then taunting us, saying, coronavirus or COVID-19.
What happened to Yang is one of over 2,800 hate incidents reported against Asian Americans across the country since the pandemic started 7 months ago, a nearly 845% increase compared to all the reported cases in the last 3 years combined.
Ang dami.
What are you doing in this country?
What am I doing in this country?
Oh, you look at this
What am I doing in this country?
Yeah.
What am I doing in this country?
We
I'm
have
an
enough
American
people.
citizen.
Asian American hate is as old as American history.
83-year-old actor and civil rights advocate George Takei was 4 years old when Pearl Harbor was attacked in 1941.
And overnight, this country was swept up by suspicion and fear and naked outright hatred. We had nothing to do with Pearl Harbor. There was no charge other than looking like this.
Trump's gonna you.
So it's no surprise to Takei that Asian Americans today are shouldering blame for the coronavirus.
Americans said we don't want you here. That's why we elected President Trump.
Especially, he says, since the attacks are starting from the top.
We have political leadership that is using that and constantly using the term Chinese virus.
I would like to begin by announcing some important developments in our war against the Chinese virus.
President Trump first publicly said the phrase Chinese virus to describe COVID-19 on March 18th. 5 days later, he crossed out the language from his prepared remarks, declaring this instead.
It's very important that we totally protect our Asian American community in the United States and all around the world.
But as the pandemic worsened, he resurrected the rhetoric. Mr. Trump even brought up Beijing when I asked him about testing.
Why is this a global competition to you if every day Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm telling you, I'm not saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question like that.
That's not a nasty question.
Please go ahead.
During a campaign rally in June, President Trump's tough talk took another turn.
I can name Kung Flu. I can name 19 different versions of names.
Yan, isa pa yan. Wag niyong gagayahin.
Coming up, a new generation of the model minority joins the social justice movement.
So, ano pa ba? Interview tayo? Nalobat ako, so huwag na lang tayo mag-interview.
So we found someone to interview with. Here he is.
Hi, hello.
So please tell us, what's your name?
My name's Clark.
Oh, we have the same name.
Yeah? Cool.
So how long have you been here in the US?
Oh, I've been here since 2013. I'm from the Philippines.
Oh, you're from the Philippines too?
Yeah.
Marunong ka ba mag-Tagalog?
Oo naman, doon ako pinanganak eh.
Ooh. So, have you ever experienced being discriminated out of the country?
Oo eh. Parang 2 to 3 years ago sa immigration, minura pa ako.
So tell me, Clark, How does it feel to be discriminated out of the country?
It feels bad, Clark. It feels very bad. Very, very bad.
So that concludes our interview with Clark. Thank you, Clark. You can go.
Thank you. Ako nakatira dito.
Ako nakatira dito eh.
Huh?
Oh.
So ano ba yung lesson dito? Don't judge a cover by its book. Parang mali. Don't cover the judge. Don't cover the judge by its book. Don't book the judge by its cover. Basta don't. Don't na lang. So ayun nga guys. Ayun lang. Oh, yun lang. Bye-bye. Wala bang outro dyan?
Maraming salamat, kapanalig na Clark. Isang magandang perspektibo at pananaw ang iyong ibinahagi sa amin. Sana po tayo ay merong natutunan. So makikita po natin ang diskriminasyon ay laganap hindi lang po dito sa ating bansa, kundi sa buong mundo. And if you could see, na ang ibig sabihin talaga ng diskriminasyon ay hindi makatarungan na pagtrato sa ibang tao dahil lang sa kanilang pagkakaiba, lalo na po sa mga katangian na hindi natin matatanggap. Meron po iba't ibang klase ng diskriminasyon po na tayo mga nakikita. Ito po ay tinatawag nating mga anyo ng diskriminasyon. Ito ay diskriminasyon sa relihiyon o paniniwala, pagkamamamayan, kasarian, at sexual na oryentasyon. Ito din dahil ay may kapansanan. May diskriminasyon din sa tinatawag po nating pagtanggap ng benepisyo. Meron din pong diskriminasyon dahil sa estado ng pamilya. Diskriminasyon sa paggamit ng mga lupain. Diskriminasyon sa edad. Diskriminasyon sa kulay. Diskriminasyon sa trabaho, edukasyon, lahi, kalakalan, transportasyon, pagboto, at pisikal na katangian, at sa panghuli po ay uri ng hanap buhay. Ano naman ang epekto ng mga diskriminasyon na ito na aking ibinanggit? Ang unang epekto ay tinatawag natin na physical. Pangalawa ay emotional. Pangatlo ay panlipunan. At pangapat po ay intellectual. Sa physical po, makikita natin na inaabuso ang isang tao dahil sa kanyang kaibahan o dahil sa mga nakikitang physical deformities na meron siya nakakaiba kumpara sa normal na tao. Pangalawa po, itong tinatawag natin na emotional. So dahil sa diskriminasyon, ang isang tao po ay emotionally unstable at minsan naging mahiyain at naging insecure. So ito ang tinatawag nating emotional effect ng diskriminasyon. Pangatlo po, ito ay social o panlipunan na epekto nito na ayaw mo na makipaghalubilo o makipagrelasyon sa ibang tao. At pang-apat po, ito ang tinatawag natin na intellectual discrimination. This is a kind of discrimination against a person that demotivates a person to study or work. Secondly, ito ay kakulangan ng pagkakataong makapag-aral o makapagtrabaho. Pangatlo po, kakulangan sa kasanayan at kaalaman. Pang-apat, pagbuo ng maling paniniwala at magkakaroon ng makitid na pananaw at maling pagpapasya. So napabilang po ito sa intellectual discrimination. Ito yung epekto pag ikaw ay na-discriminate. Kaya malungkot isipin na sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon po natin, marami po ang nadi-discriminate. Kaya dapat natin tandaan bilang isang kapanalig, avoid social discrimination. Dahil po ito ay walang mabuting maidulot sa ating personal na sarili at sa ating relasyon sa ibang tao. Maraming salamat po. Sana po kayo ay may natutunan sa araw na ito at sana po tandaan natin na bawal ang mag-discriminate ng kapwa natin. Sa muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe at mag-like po sa Renz Garcel channel po. Isang magandang araw po sa ating lahat at sana po patuloy ko po kayong sumubaybay sa ating mga maiksing vlog. Maraming salamat po. God bless us all.